Hey, what's up? Welcome to the 26th of December edition 2022 of Uncle Richie's House. Well, Christmas has come and gone. And no matter which version of the story you believe in, that magical day, that mystical day, that joyous day, that glorious day, it's past. And it'll be another 365 days before we see it again. Whoopee! Now, to the real side, to the, I don't know, maybe looking towards the new year 2023. And no matter how you look at it, America is probably going to step backwards in its own path of progress because of our political situation. The public, no matter what their political views are, because even the people that they voted for that no longer respect the fact that they have a job because people actually voted for them, but believe that they are entitled to be the leaders just because they are of a certain race, of a certain religion, of a certain political ideology. And now they're trying to revel in their glory, taking us into 2023. And unfortunately for them, and maybe perhaps fortunately for the rest of us that want to have some kind of semblance of sanity during the rest of our days on this earth, they don't have the numbers that it's going to take to make themselves into what they really want to be. But don't get that twisted, because part of their little numbers game is part of their game. Everybody's not welcome to their little selective club of hate. You can be a part-time participant in order to get them to where they want to be. But to be in the inner workings, to be in the inner hierarchy, you have to be a special kind of hater. You have to be a special kind of traitor. You have to be a special kind of, pardon the pun, moglomaniac. But the whole thing is that no matter where you are as a person in the public, and as a person, as a person, like, the people in the middle, we deserve better than this. But the whole reason we are at this juncture in our history is our fault. And it's our fault because over the years since, Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin, George Washington, Pat Finney, all them cats sat down, John Adams, Madison, all of them sat down and, whipped out the Declaration of Independence, and then after, Washington successfully beat Britain into submission, much like Ukraine is beating Russia into submission now. Don't ever think that history can't repeat itself. But, moving right along, we as a people in a country that's almost 250 years old, we deserve better than what we have, but the only people that we can fault for having the situation that we have is ourselves. And like I said, first of all, we let the government start dictating to us, the people, how it should be. And it doesn't matter whether you're Democrat or Republican. Both parties have done it to their constituents. In other words, put them in the White House And once they get in the White House, it's all about them and what benefits them and fuck the people back at home that voted to put them there. Because they know that, you know, when the election time rolls around, even on the congressional level, where these I take that back. I think they are human beings. Where these people do this shit every 2 years. So that means we basically, out of any of them, we maybe get a good year of good legislation, or being a good legislator, or being a responsible congressional person, maybe. Senators are a little bit more different. They got 6-year terms, so sometimes we get like really dedicated 4.5, 5 years out of them before they have to go into that campaign mode. And when you reach the federal level, you don't want a one and done. You want at least 2 or 3, you know, consecutive terms in the Senate or in Congress. Congress, you might want 5 or 6 consecutive terms to prove your political acumen. And if you're the right age, you know, because you had a long, successful term in Congress or the Senate, it might prove that you are built for that national stage. And because, you know, you've been in on every crisis, international or national, because of your long term in Congress, and because of the contribution that you have contributed, then you might be the right person to be the next president, or that, you know, stand-up vice presidential candidate to get that somewhat shaky party selected, nominated presidential candidate over the finish line nationally. And that's how politics should work. But here we are, and we have this mess. If you think liberal, we got a lot of extreme liberals that want to take us so many more places that to go in order to save the world, while we choke off things that are living and thriving in the world today. Namely some people, you know. But yet and still, on the other side, on the conservative side, we have people that that refuse to acknowledge truth, that refuse to acknowledge science, proven science, not just proven by one individual or one company trying to sell a new pill or a new satellite or a new whatever, by the international community. So if, you know, they a fool, then we all fools. And these are the extremes that we have, and the only modicum of sanity is the people in the middle, the people that just want to do whatever it takes to make today work and perhaps make tomorrow a little bit better. I can't be concerned about 50 years in the future when I can't even figure out if we got a good chance of making it to the end of the week. Give me the end of the week. Give me a reasonable expectation that this country will survive from Sunday to Sunday. And then maybe I can start contemplating 40, 50 years down the road, beyond the point of leaving something for my descendants, or perhaps, in the words of most politicians today, establishing my legacy. What the fuck is a legacy if it's built on nothing? If you worried about leaving a legacy, leave something to have, you know, iconized, something that people can look up to for generations to come and say, you know what, this is a good thing. This is something that we need in our society. You know, this is something that we can build on. Not for just today, but for tomorrow and the day after and the day after that. That's a real legacy. What we got for politicians today, they are more meme makers, soundbite makers, grifters, self-serving, impotent dictator wannabe assholes on every level of government, federal, state, and local. And we have hardly any that legitimately want to serve and represent the people that put them in power. We deserve better than that. So for 2023, I know it's not a big election year, but it's leading into 2024. I think all the people in the middle realize where the power really is, how the game is actually supposed to be played, how it's the people that should be dictating to the politicians, and the politicians should be responding either with a resounding yes, or we can't do that right now, or this is what I'm doing to make this happen, or even though I don't agree with you because you are the people that put me here and you are the people that are the majority and your voice is what matters in a democracy, I'm going to do my best to secure what you want. That is how the system should work. But that's not what we got. People need help. There's a need for welfare. Old people, retired people, past 65, past 60 for that matter, they need a light at the end of the tunnel. You shouldn't be born in this country, which is supposed to be the freest country in the world, and all you have to look forward to is working until the day you die just to make sure that you can feed yourself. So in other words, if certain people in this country have it their way, if certain businesses have it their way, if the rich have it their way, the people that are less than rich, mostly the people in the middle like you and me, all we are is here to toil for one of them or some of them, anybody but for us, until the day we die. I don't want to think about it like that, and I'm sure no matter what your age is, you don't want to think about it like that unless you're one of them, fortunate people that happen to be in the upper 1% that own 90% of the United States. I don't know. All I know is we deserve better than that. But the only way we're going to get it is acting like what we're supposed to be as the people in this country. Well, that's it for December 26, 2022. And this is Uncle Ricky saying God bless and peace out to all of you. See ya.